Yeah, boys. Thank you for tuning in to West Coast Custom Concrete, the best in the West. New video. Today we're doing a concrete city approach, and I'll go over some of the rules in California. I'd like to hear around the country what the rules are. Here, you need a C8 concrete license, which I have, and some cities won't let me pull the permit. You have to have this permitted. They won't let me pull it with a C8. You need an A license, which is a engineered classification. It's like what they build the freeways with and high rise and stuff. They have A license. It basically covers everything, and you got to pull a permit. And what they want is they want 6 inches thick. That'll be inspected and 95% compaction. And you got to use a 3250. That's California's city mix. That's what they use on all the sidewalks, curb and gutter. That's the mix design they use. And they don't want rebar in anything on their side because they plan on demoing it. In this driveway, we were going to cut it back 4 or 5 inches, so I didn't care if I spalled the edge because he wanted a longer distance coming in with his trailers and boats and stuff. So that spalding on the driveway doesn't matter because we got to cut it back 5 inches. So I'm just getting this out on the street so I don't have to come in and out on the grade and damage the curb, which is so brittle and already broken up. The gutter right there is just jacked up. We patched it up. It ended up looking pretty good. So that's what you got to do in California. In California, you got to have workers' comp with no employees. So you have to purchase insurance that you can't use if you don't have any employees. That's a Case 420 turbo, 74 horse with a 550-pound Susan breaker, which you just cut through this like butter. You don't get a stand on. This is the equipment you use. Then I just had a semi show up. I left it in the street because we poured a bunch of other stuff on the property. And just as popcorn, I wanted to go in the street and dump it. The rest I throw through the back. That's why I left it big pieces, because cars were buzzing 50 miles an hour down the street. And I didn't want to get drilled by a car. So the rest I just came up the back. It's only 3.5 yards. But we poured other stuff on the property. So I got Loverboy there in the street to keep an eye on the cars because they were hauling. One was about a foot by me, close to me. So those are the rules. They're really overzealous in California with a lot of things they don't have to. They don't have to be, but the weather, the wind, the Pacific Ocean, we're like half mile from the water. I don't really complain there's about anything I can't change, but I turn these city approaches down at least weekly because every city's different. Like I said, some cities won't let me pull a permit with my license, and I have a C8 concrete license. So I don't understand, but some of them want an A license, and you can't like anything on the property. You can owner builder and pull the permit, but the approach they will not let you, or curb and gutter. Like these properties are worth so much money out here. If you get an RV on the other side of the property with another approach, a lot of people want to do that. Your property is going up like 200K. This property has it. We put it in on the other side. And if you want to widen it, some cities will let you use a horizontal saw and cut the curb. Because in some cities, they have a moratorium where you got to cut the asphalt 6 inches back from the gutter and 50 feet down each way of the street. So, I mean, when you tell the homeowner it's 20 grand, they're like, 20 grand? But I mean, it's just, they make it so it's not worth it. It's way easier to do a sidewalk, or you got to add your risk and reward on what you want to do. This is an Olin 545. This is a pump I have. I'm posting 2 videos on Thursday. I'm selling 2 TAs. I have a gas motor TA, which these are some of the sweetest pumps. If you have a pump company or you're starting a pump company, there's a basket TA pump with a diesel on it and a water tank. It's got a 100-gallon water tank on it. So if you open the gate valve and start washing out, you're washed out in 20 seconds. You don't need water on the job. And it has a basket where you can put the hose on the pump. You don't have to put it back of your truck. And it's got a Turbo Deutsch diesel motor on it. Another one's gas motor. And this Olin's probably for sale too. And then whatever 2 out of the 3 pumps sell I have, I'll probably keep the other one. Because they're all 3. I mean, I don't know. They're all 3 like the best pumps you could buy. And if I say they're good, it means something. If I say it, my word counts. So when you guys see the videos and you see it Thursday, the pumps, give me a call if you're interested. There's Johnson, business as usual. This is a 3250 city mix. It calcs out to a 3500 psi. I had to put microfiber in it, microfiber, excuse me, just to do it, just to throw it in, for shrinkage, cracks, or whatever, because that approach is boxed in all four areas. That's the slump we're using there. It's about perfect. It's 85-degree day. That's a perfect slump. Yeah, those are my work shoes. We don't need boots. We don't need hard hats and vests and pants. California is a different world you could not comprehend. We do things different. And other places, I didn't learn from anyone. I live at the beach. I'm going to the beach after this job. I have board shorts on. It's just how we operate. You can wear whatever you're comfortable with. I don't tell people how to dress on my jobs. But I've never worn boots. I've only worn tennis shoes. And I've pumped for 25 years. Usually no shirt too, but since the videos, I keep a shirt on. It doesn't, I don't want to put it up on YouTube like that. Homeowners don't care. I mean, they have shorts and sandals on in California, so it's not that big of a deal. I guess in some other areas it is, so just go with that. But we live on the Pacific Ocean. We have an air conditioner off the ocean and a 80-degree weather. Perfect conditions, perfect soil. It's a very nice place to live. Some of the rules and the crap, like the last job, the guy failed me on inspection and cost me a couple grand, and I got to do the Great Wall of China. I'll start it back Monday. So I'll be live all next Monday. This week, I'll be putting up pumps I'm selling, plus this and some other stuff. I got a different program. I'm going to be posting different. So I got 3 guys on this because we poured other spots here. And don't ask me why I rented a pump and I could have shoot poured it. I own the pumps. I pumped 150 feet, different areas on the property. This was the closest to the curb, so I finished up out here. I pumped the farthest points first. But this video was just for the city apron, the concrete approach from the driveway to the city property. So I wasn't doing the other parts of the video I did. So that's why I didn't shoot pour it. I rented a pump, as they say. I own the pumps. That's what I do. I do all the demo, all the pumping, all the estimating, all the material, all the yardage. I do the whole thing. The customer buys what I sell, and I'm running the whole show here. I know how to run any kind of equipment, any pump, boom pump, 3/4 pump, pea gravel pump, bobcat, skid steers, every breaker, every size, excavators, whatever you want. I can run anything at an A level. So I do all my own pumping and all my own demoing. I don't farm out anymore to other contractors like I used to. This pump could be for sale too. Depends what I get for it. Otherwise, I'll keep this one and sell the other 2. They're all 3 is the top of the line as you can get. The other 2 are TAs. This is an Olin. And you can already see no bleed water on this. It's already bull floating it up. It's just perfect mud. It comes out perfect almost 99.9% of the time. We make it look so easy. Don't get dirty. We don't use rakes. We don't use motorized wheelbarrows. We don't use wheelbarrows. None of that. 2 guys, you just screed it with the pump guy. Maybe 1 guy, depends what you're doing. It's very simple. It's a really easy format to use. We're not raking and laboring and pulling concrete and putting plastic down for 30, 40 years of doing this. It's just nobody out here would do that. Everything's pumped. California and Southern Cal is the land of the concrete pumps. And wherever you're at, you could bring it too. The pumps I'm selling, I mean, for a guy starting out or a business that's established, those things will just up you. There's the best in the West, boys. West Crete. And we jointed it up, and we lined the approach up with the street, not with the driveway, because it didn't lay out right. And that's what the city wants. They wanted to join up the middle. So this stuff took an hour to finish and go off and broom it, and we were gone. Well, we brought the pump and pumped it because we pumped all over the property. Otherwise, we would have just shoot poured it. And that's my friend Mike. He owns a yard I keep all my equipment at. That's his dog Lucy. We put her prints in the concrete and put her name in 2026. That's the sweetest dog. I've known Mike since I was a kid. He's a cool guy. He's lived in that house since 1950, I think. 52 or something. They trucked that thing in. There's Lucy's paw prints. So it's a basic job. It's just the red tape. You know, the propaganda with the city and the permit and this and that and workers' comp you have to show. It's, oh my God. It's just, it's very expensive. They've jacked the prices where it's so expensive to do this kind of stuff. Just the cost between the demo, the dump fees, the pump, the labor, the material, the permits, it just goes on and on. You're like, holy shit, that's 10 grand to do it. You know, you got to charge like 17, 18 grand. 15 grand minimum to do an approach like that, probably 18. And another perfect job by West Coast. If you guys need any concrete in Southern California, call West Coast Custom Concrete. I will be posting 2 pumps this week that I'm selling, 3 pumps. So if you're interested in concrete pumping, give me a call. Thank you very much, and thank you for watching.